Good lord. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Python-based Minecraft Let's Play with me, Python. And yeah, today is a pretty cool day because of many things. Firstly, Minecraft 1.10, the official update, is now out, and of course I have updated to it. And also, a preview version of Optifine for 1.10 is also already out. So as you can see, I've got it installed, and we have the return of the Epic Sky. I've also updated the resource pack to have a few more 64x64 textures, so things are looking a little bit nice. I like it a lot, my friends. I do like it a lot. But in today's episode, we have ourselves a what the heck? That guy just got freaking one-shotted. He must have already been damaged a fair amount. But yeah, we have ourselves a task today because 1.10 is out, and of course we have access to the new bone blocks. And since we found ourselves a skeleton spawner in a previous episode, I feel like today would be the day to go ahead and make a skeleton spawner drop thingy that will get us loads of bones and therefore bone blocks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I really am. Hopefully you guys are as well, because you know we haven't really made any mob farms just yet on this here world. So yeah, it's about time. It is about that time. But before we do anything, I need to go ahead and organize my inventory because it's all clogged up with poop. And what we're going to do next is we are going to have ourselves a new set of armor. Now, obviously, I already had a bunch of armor, you know, inside of this chest. I managed to get out a full set of mending armor. All of this stuff has mending on it. Obviously, the diamond chestplate is the odd one out because I don't believe we have ourselves an iron chestplate with mending on it just yet. So, yeah, we're going for a diamond one with mending, and the rest of it is going to consist of this iron armor, you know. It's all pretty good. So, we need to go ahead and do something right here. We're going to go ahead and put depth strider on these boots, and what we are also going to go ahead and do is we are going to put protection 3 on it as well. So yeah, we got ourselves a pretty damn good set of armor. This has got respiration on it, as well as unbreaking, mending, and protection 4. This has got protection 4, unbreaking, and mending. This has got protection 3 and mending, but hopefully, you know, the XP we gain along the way will keep this thing nicely replenished. And of course, we've got mending, unbreaking, depth strider, and protection on this one as well. So we've got ourselves a pretty damn good set of armor, if I do say so myself. Alrighty, guys. So here we are at the skeleton spawner. Of course, we're at -44, -63. We are not that far away from Canopy City, so I imagine we could go ahead and very simply make a bit of a minecart rail system going to and from this place, or better still, we could just make ourselves a nether portal if we so wish. So yeah, as you guys know, there's one pretty standard design that most people go for, and it basically consists of going ahead and digging down a few layers and making the skeletons funnel up a tunnel, and then they go across and then they fall down to a killing platform. So that is pretty much exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. We could have it be a toggleable one, like have a block which is activated by a piston, whereby if the block is out and it blocks the skeletons from being killed, we can kill the skeletons ourselves. And if we have looting, we can get more bones that way and also XP. But at the same time, we could go ahead and use the piston to get rid of that block, so we could just AFK there and just get a whole bunch of bone drops. So yeah. Oh god, I didn't think of that, did I? No. Alrighty, guys, so after a bit of a faff trying to find myself some sticky pistons, I had to go to the jungle area to get these little babies because I didn't have any slime balls, in fact, at all. I've got no slime balls in this entire world, which kind of sucks. We are now ready to go ahead and start doing the whole thing with the water flow. So all we need to do with this very simply is try to make a way of getting the skeletons all down to one specific area. And we could do this with just one water source, really. So if we just go ahead and dig a layer down, for example, and then all we'll need to do is dig the water out as well, so just one block underneath the water, and all of this is going to filter the skeletons down into one specific area, which is going to be this area right here. And then all we need to do is make ourselves a bit of an area where these guys can start flowing their way up. Alrighty, guys, so after many many adjustments and expanding this room, I've managed to get the water flow going correctly. You may be able to notice that I've actually gone ahead and extended the room outwards a block in all directions so we can ensure maximum spawn rates from this thing. And basically what I've done is the killing chamber is going to be a fair bit higher than this spawner, but still within range to where this skeleton spawner will still work. It'll be at Y40, and basically what's happening is this goes all the way up to Y65. It drops down one block because obviously I wanted the water flow to go a bit further. And yeah, Y40 should do enough damage to bring them down to one shot / killing them completely. So yeah, as you can see, we're just going up. All I did was alternate signs and water sources. So all we got to do is get up top here, and there we go. The skeletons will flow along here down to this hole. And all we need to do is we're going to break rule 1, and we are going to dig down to Y40. Whoa, okay, this is a bit dangerous. Let's try and get our way out of it. Let's get out of it. I don't want this. They're all fighting each other, apparently. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. What? What are these guys doing, man? All right, let's head up to the let's head up back to the killing area, and let's see what we have going here, my friends. Alrighty guys, we're getting our first few test subjects fall down, and it appears that the 24 block drop is indeed enough to kill them. So what we need to do now is place a block in there, which means they're going to be landing at Y41, and we need to see if that is going to still kill them. And by the looks of it, it actually still is. Well, that's interesting. There's only a 23 block drop and they're still getting killed. Huh. Okay, well, that's no worries at all. I guess all we need to do is raise up the room a bit. So let's go ahead and, you know, put another block down and see if these guys start surviving. Okay, hopefully they will survive, because then we can get our piston system in and all will be good. So, yeah. All right. Hey, there we go. All right, so these guys are now surviving. Okay, good stuff. So now what we need to do is very simply install a piston, which, I mean, to be honest, I think the easiest way of doing this is just to have it, you know, at the side here. So let's make ourselves a lever first of all. So like that. There we go. These guys are all here. Whee! Oh, XP for days! I like it, man. I like it when there's loads of XP dropping down. Hey, do you mind, sir? This guy actually just shot me. Freaking dude. How does he think he is, man? Alright, so here we go. All we need to do is get a piston. Let's extend it and then retract it. Oh, hi, how you doing? Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to have a slab of some system. Okay, so let's just put that back across so we're safe. All right, and let's extend this room out a bit more. And yeah, we're going to be making this room out of bone blocks simply because it seems most appropriate. So yeah, that's all good. Extend this thing out a bit more. There we go. All is looking good, my friends. All right. Okay, so are these guys still spawning? I hope they are. I'm pretty sure we're still close enough to the point where the skeleton should be able to keep spawning from the spawner. I'm hoping that is still the case. Oh, what's that entity count looking at? 7? Got 7 entity count, 6 entity count. Yeah, that's still spawning. I just saw the entity count shoot up a little bit there. Went up to 11. So basically, any moment now we should start seeing some skeletons once again drop down right there. Okay, so at least we've now got the actual kill chamber sorted out. That is absolutely fine. All we need to do is do some smart trickery to make sure that the guys will not kill us, basically. So let's chuck down this thing right here. Let's chuck down some blocks and let's see what works, huh? If I have the lever right here. Oh, god damn it, man. Everything's placing wrong and it's annoying me, man. Alright, so if we do this. Oh, it still works. Okay, cool, man. Wait, is that an iron skeleton? I'm pretty sure that's an iron skeleton right there, man. Hold on. That is an iron skeleton. Well, you don't see them very often now, do you? Okay, that's kind of cool. Alrighty guys, so now all we're going to do is put in the collection system. So all we got to do is make ourselves a couple of hoppers because I've got 2 sets of double chests just in case, you know, things do get a bit wild, you know what I'm saying? So I need to do something a bit dangerous and get these linked up. So that goes there and that goes... If that can actually place... Boom! That goes right there. Okay, cool. And... Oh, hold on. That's not quite right. that goes across like that. We've got ourselves a slab like that, and I've decided to put an upside down stair like this. So basically, if I have it like this, it means it's in AFK mode, and all of the drops will just go into the chests. And then, of course, if I have this flipped across, then it means it's non-AFK mode, and I'm looking to get XP. So yeah, man, we've actually got this thing pretty much done, and yeah, let's see about doing a bit of AFKing and seeing how this works. Alrighty guys, so I've made a bit of a discovery in that if I'm standing on top of the chest, or basically on this elevated area here, I am actually too far away from the spawner in terms of height for it to spawn. Whereas if I stand on this block down here, y equals 40, if we watch the entity count very, very closely, as you can see, it just jumped up 4, which means the spawner just spawned 4 skeletons down there, which means, although the skeletons should wind up in here. I've made a bit of an adjustment to this thing in that I put a half slab at the bottom of the piston area thing so the hoppers can pick up the drops, whatever the case may be. So if I have it on the non-AFK, well, if I have it on AFK mode, it will pick up the drops. If I have it on the non-AFK XP mode, then they should still pick up the drops. And as you can see, there are actually some drops starting to flow into the chests down there, which is awesome. So yeah, this is working quite nicely. So some of them are getting killed, but some of them do stay behind. Okay, so for example, that one stayed behind as well. So there's now 2 skeletons in there, and yeah, it's working. It's basically working. So now what we need to do is we need to make a way of easily getting between this place and of course the other place back in Canopy City as well. So what I think I'm going to do for now, I think I'm gonna go for the Nether Portal option. I honestly think going for the Nether Portal option might be a nicer idea. It's certainly going to be more convenient, and of course this place right here would be the perfect place to put a Nether Portal. So yeah, man, we are going to be having ourselves a 3x3 Nether Portal, which means we need 12 obsidian, which shouldn't be that hard to get considering, well, I made this thing over here, which is just a mine shaft. I'm going to make another one on this side just so, you know, for symmetrical purposes and stuff. So yeah, we need to grab some obsidian, and well, actually, I think we need to do it in the Nether first, don't we? So we can get a sort of general gist of how far away we are from places and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we got some more math to do at some point, my friends. And yeah, let's head back to the surface and let's get this thing going, shall we? Alrighty guys, so I've done the calculations, and in terms of the x-axis, we actually need to go plus 24. So we need to head past the portal in this direction, okay? So yeah, we need to plus 24 onto this, which was bring it up to what, negative 14? So here we go. Let's get ourselves a little thing going right here, making sure we don't go through the actual portal itself, of course. There we go. So yeah, going up to 14, or minus 14 more to the point, and then we need to go negative 17 on the Z axis, and that should bring us out to the skeleton spawner sort of rough area, and then of course we'll just relocate the portal and everything will be good. So yeah, I'll tell you what guys, while we are doing this, we're going to jump into the common question of the video, which comes from Extreme Terraria 9812, and he asks this: when are you planning to end your Minecraft series, or what episode number? It's funny you should ask that, because there is no episode number of which I'll be ending this series. I want this world here to be the world, okay? I want this to be the world that we stay in for the rest of time. Maybe, I don't know. Not sure about going that far, but you get what I mean. I want this to be the world I stay in and play on, because, you know, I've started a lot of worlds in the past, and I don't know, I feel like it's more satisfying and more achieving for me personally if I'm able to stay in one world and then just, I don't know, move on to a different place if I get bored of an area. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the situation. There's no end for this particular series in sight. Obviously with Hermitcraft, that's done on a group basis, so, you know, if and when map sort of resets come along, then that's when, you know, new seasons of that will go out. But aside from that, you know, there's no ends in sight for either of the 2 series, so yeah. Okay, I think we are just about there. So yeah, there's negative 12 and there's negative 14. Okay, cool. Right, let's go ahead and construct ourselves a 3x3 portal, and it should hopefully take us out right beside where the skeleton spawner is. Okay, well, in terms of area anyway, we'll have to relocate the portal as I was just saying. So yep, let's get this thing going. So all that, that's in the wrong place. God dang it, now we have to wait 3 years for this thing to break. Or not, because I've got efficiency 4. Alright, and that goes like that. Okay, obviously we'll work on the tunnels a little bit later, but let's go through this thing and see where it takes us out. It should be in the rough area of the skeleton spawner. Hopefully. Is this the rough area? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, there's some... Why is that there and not right beside the portal? That is very, very interesting. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, the spawner is right there. Obviously, I made some nerd poles back in the day. And yeah, that's exactly the right place. Okay, so we've come out in the right place. So all we need to do is relocate this down by the skeleton spawner. And bada bing, bada boom, we're done with this thing. We've got this thing successfully linked in the nether as a tunnel. So yeah, let's get this thing finished, shall we? Alrighty guys, here we are back at the skeleton spawner room, so without further ado, let's get this thing placed in, lit up, and hopefully it should take us out to the correct point in the nether, in our brand new, slightly odd tunnel. So here we go, and yeah, that's taken us out to the exact correct location. And of course there's the city center portal, and of course this one is now our skeleton spawner portal. Yeah! Man, I gotta tell you, I love it when things work first time. Alright, cool. And I guess while I'm here, I can take you through some of the changes which I have made to this spawner system. I got a bit tired of the fact that I wasn't able to have the skeleton spawn when I was one block up as I was before, so I decided to come up with a bit of a system. I still have 2 chests and 2 hoppers behind there, but what I also have is a hopper minecart under there. Now, what the hopper minecart does, it allows the collection of drops on top of this cobblestone block, because the hopper minecart for some reason allows you to collect drops through blocks. So, you know, that's kind of cool. And basically, if I want to activate the you know, AFK mode, then that's just what I do. And if I want to go ahead and get the XP, then that's what I do right there. So yeah, this thing works fabulously now, my friends. It really does. I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out. But yeah, I have some bone blocks and a nice amount of it as well. I'm going to put this on the AFK mode right there, so those guys could just go ahead and, well, die, quite frankly. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and wait, did I put away my crafting table? I did indeed. Well, I'm a bit of a dum-dum apparently. I'm going to put this thing right here. We're going to convert all of this into bone meal, and we are going to make all of this bone meal into bone blocks, because we have yet to build with bone blocks on this series. So let's go and see how this looks alongside the spruce wood logs. So let's have something like this. Okay. Ooh, that's looking kind of cool. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it quite a lot, actually. So let's do this. Obviously, like I said, this is going to go down to a strip mine as per this one right here. But I got to say, that looks kind of cool. I'm liking the combination of textures we got going on right there. So let's put one there. Put one there, and well, basically in all of the corners right here. Yep, that's looking good. Obviously, the stair kind of has to stay there, otherwise we can't open this top chest. So that's kind of cool. Now comes the time when we can do some proper testing, my friends. So yeah, I'm gonna say we AFK here for, I'm gonna say 10 minutes, and we'll see what kind of rates we get on the AFK mode. So I'm going to go ahead and empty out these chests, and of course we'll go ahead and get this thing going. That's a power 1 bow. Not too bad, my friends, not too bad. So yeah, let's do some AFK, my friends. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alrighty guys, the 10-minute mark has passed. We have done the AFK mode of this farm. We're going to do another AFK where we have it on the non-AFK mode so we can get XP from it as well. And yeah, this seems to be a problem we're having. Some of these guys are surviving and you can hear the minecart moving around. Now, I don't know if that's going to become an issue if I like log out and come back in the world and like the minecart will be glitched into a block or something. In fact, you know what? We're going to give that a quick go just to see if that is the case. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully I'll actually stay where it is. So let's just have a bit of a look. That guy's right there and he's dead. And that thing is it still there? Yep, it is. It is still in the correct place. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I just wanted to make sure that it was in the correct place. So, yeah. Alright, guys, let's have a look at the yield, shall we? So, whoa! Wow! We got ourselves a pair of fire protection on breaking 3 chain leggings. Obviously, these are irrelevant. But, yeah, this is a pretty decent rate. We got ourselves a stack of bones and nearly a stack of arrows in the space of 10 minutes of AFKing. That, I've got to say, man, I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm very, very impressed with that. Yeah, quite chuffed to bits, actually, man. Yeah. I like it, I like it, and of course this gives me the ability to go ahead and finish off this roof right here with a checkerboard bone block pattern. So, yeah, gotta say, very, very happy with that. But now we are going to go ahead and do the non-AFK mode, but still leave it 10 minutes. So, you know, there should be a whole bunch of skeletons when we come back in the next cut. So, yeah, let's push this thing across and let's do another bunch of AFKing. Alrighty, guys. So here we are back in action. It's been around 10 minutes. We've AFK'd with the non-AFK mode. And as you can see, according to the entity count, we've got around 60 to 65 skeletons all gathered up in here. Ooh, this is going to be pretty interesting, my friends. We have looting 3 on this thing. And one thing I genuinely do not know is whether the looting effect affects the splash radius of the thwop sort of attack, you know, the splash attack. I do hope that that is the case, because if it is, then we are going to be getting ourselves a shed load of bones and arrows. So without further ado, we're going to go from 16 levels up to blank. Who knows? I certainly don't. Oh my god, level 20 has been achieved. Oh my lord. This is craziness, man. Level 25 is in here, man. Holy crap. Wow. And yeah, all of that should hopefully get scooped up by the good old hopper. And they should get distributed inside the chests. Are these things disappearing or no? They should be. Let's have a look inside the chests below. Yeah, these are nicely filling up. So, yeah. I mean, I guess we just wait and see if these things go by themselves. Yeah. As you saw right there, yep. There we go, my friends. So we went from 16 levels up to 25. Very, very healthy amount indeed. Oh, not only that, but we got some armor and a bunch of stuff that we managed to pick up sort of in a generic sense. And yeah, we're just waiting for these bits of armor to get processed. There we go. Anything going here? Nope, that's just an overflow chest. So, yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm going to assume straight from the off that yes, looting does affect the splash radius attack that you could do on enemies, because as you can see, we have gotten ourselves over 2 stacks of arrows, a couple bows, a few bits of armor, and I believe this is going to tick over to over 2 stacks of bones. Yes, it is indeed. Holy crap, this is still going as well. Oh my lord. Where's the old hopper? Where's the old hopper? Yeah, it's still going. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to wait until this thing fills up. Alrighty guys, and there we have it. It is filled up. It's stopped filling up now. And as you can see, we are now sitting at nearly 3 stacks of arrows, over 3 stacks of bones just about, and 3 bows and a few bits of armor. And that's just from 10 minutes of AFKing with this thing on the non-AFK mode. Wow. I gotta say, man, I'm really, really impressed with just how good the rates are. That is absolutely fantastic. But of course, if we do want to leave it on AFK while I go ahead and do, I don't know, shopping, go into town or something like that, then I could just put it on AFK mode. If I just want to get a whole bunch of drops in one go, then I could just do like a 10-minute mini AFK session with it on the non-AFK mode. So, yeah. Gotta say, man, I'm really, really happy with the rates. I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. And on that note, it's time to end the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, and of course you're excited to see more, be sure to drop a like rating. And of course you can subscribe if you want to know when the future videos are out. But that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.